What's going on, everybody? Razor here. So I just want to talk about EXP distribution in D2R. I know a lot of people are always humming and hawing like, oh, if I only had 8 clients and I could load, I would do so much better. Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that you got to be able to clear a 1-8 game. You got to be able to handle it. And it's not just clearing it that's the issue. You have to do it efficiently and effectively. If you can't clear it efficiently and effectively, there might be some scenarios that are better for you. So I just wanted to review how EXP worked and give you guys a small breakdown and what I usually tell people in the Discord when they're just kind of starting off and they're utilizing our loaders and loader channels and stuff like that to help support them through the way, because sometimes maxing out the game isn't always in your best interest. Let's take a look at this. All right, so this chart is actually provided by Anarius. Anarius has this cool program called RuneBot, which is inside our Discord, where you can activate different rune wards by typing period and the different rune wards, and EXP is one of them too, period EXP. Now you can get a chart that's somewhat similar to this online, but it doesn't do the additional breakdowns and variables when you add additional people. Like I seen one on Max Roll, which just tells you this is how much you get. If it's 1 person, this is how much you get if it's 8 people, so sometimes that's enough for people, but let's go over this. So when you're running a 1-8 game, a solo EXP game, you have 450% experience gain. That's ultimately the best case scenario, okay? Now, when you're running a 2-8 game, where you have a second party support player in the same zone with you with 6 sitters, or 6 players doing something else, you're at 301% experience. And as you can tell through the chart, you can read yourself, it gradually gets lower. I tell people all the time, if I have to let 1 person in my game, I might as well let 2 or 3 people or 4 people in my game, because it really doesn't matter. And if you look at the numbers, it really doesn't matter, because the biggest penalty is adding that second person. You're losing 149%. Do you see what I mean? Adding that third person, you're losing 51%. And then so on and so forth. The penalty actually becomes less, much less. So my rule of thumb is if I have to add 1, I might as well add as many as I can. So I often tell people in the Discord, it's really important that you keep up efficiency. Like if it's taking you twice or 2 or 3 times longer, let's just use twice. If it's taking you twice as long to clear a zone so you can get 450% experience, right? And then you're doing it 2-8, but you're doing 2 runs for the same amount of time it takes you to do 1 run, then you're actually going to get more experience. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's very basic stuff. It's not just about the loaders, it's about your productivity and your ability to kill efficiently and effectively, right? So honestly, when it starts off, I know there's a lot of people who can't get the end game gear right away. And I often tell people, you know what the best preset for you is? Let's scroll down over to here and take a look. 5 players. 5 players is the beauty spot. Running a 1-5 game by yourself makes the game a lot easier. It's a lot easier to kill stuff, and you're still getting basically the same amount of experience as if you were running a 2-8 game, sharing a zone with someone else. But it becomes a lot easier to kill stuff. And I tell people all the time, a 1-5 game is the sweet spot if your character is not well built. If your character still has some stuff it needs before it can go full meta, definitely aim for a 1-5 scenario. Now there's going to be a lot of guys that watch my videos like, oh, loaders ruin the game, Razor. Loaders are what's wrong with D2R? And I don't disagree with you, but that's the reality of the world that we live in today when it comes to the D2R world, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. So this chart, I will try to add it at the bottom in the description at the end of my video. As you can tell, at 1 player, 100%, 2 player, 150, 50% bonus all the way up, as you can see. What I like seeing is the additional variables. 2 players, you see how the experience, you can start seeing it skew or hinder off. And then 3 players, and then 4 and 5, etc., etc. Then you get to ultimately 8 players. So if I'm blasting a 1-8 game by myself with my Nova Source, and I'm clearing that thing just as fast as somebody who's blasting it 8 players in, say, a Chaos Terror Zone, and we're doing it at the exact same pace, you would have to run that 8-player game full of players in that Terror Zone 2 times, just a little bit over. I would argue 3 times faster. I think that's about right. I think I did my math right. 3 times faster than it would be for me to get the same amount of experience running a 1-8 game. Right? So you have to keep all of that into consideration. For the sake of not dragging this video out longer, I hope this was helpful, and I'll catch you next time. If you like this type of content, Razor signing off.